The very first card that you got is from the Divine Director, talking about divine intervention. Like he's divine intervention again, Gemini. So I looked back over the last reading from September, and yep, it's, the divine creator is stepping in again. And the very next card that wants to go is Dana. Dana is stepping in, and he is saying that this is you, and he's wanting you to sort of look at this, what looks like a very challenging situation, in a way of sort of healer training. Healer training. So he's saying sort of this is you, and what you're going through is a bit like a microcosm of the macrocosm, if that makes sense. It looks like it from the last, and looking at that September reading again, and in the extended for September, it goes quite into a lot of really good advice is offered in there. It looks like and it feels like you're dealing with this a very, very difficult person. Cluster B. They are not easy. They are not easy. And so the Divine Director, Holy Spirit, is saying that you are a bit in training. And so it's not easy, but you are able to manage this. You will be able to manage this. And so just like in the September extended, a lot of advice is in that one. But they're going to offer you some advice here as well. This being sort of step one, sort of the first part of it, is that, as Dana, sort of very high priestess, very, very powerful, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. And so with the idea of teaching, what he's saying is that right now you are in the PhD program of your education to become this kind of teacher. So you're sort of in it. You're sort of in it. And then you also got the healer card from our, amazing, very wise unicorns, is saying, yes, you are a healer. So the unicorns wanted to jump in. You have the power to help and heal others. You have that power within you at a core soul level, at a soul level. This is who you are. And so with this very, very difficult person, if this resonates with you, if this is what you're dealing with, and if this is what you're dealing with, it makes sense. It makes sense that this kind of challenges showed up, in June, months ago, and then kind of not, and now it's kind of back. These people sort of tend to go in cycles. Have you noticed that? They'll go through sort of a nice period, and then they're not nice, and then they're nice, and then they're not nice. Like there's a bigger sort of pattern to it. So it makes sense. Cluster B, personality types, disordered person is what it looks like who you're dealing with. And so he just wants to step in, like, okay, this is a very difficult person that you're dealing with, and it's because you are capable on a soul level. It's like a soul contract for your education, to once you sort of get through it and understand it fully, you will be embodying the healer at this kind of level. So this is your education of it, PhD program. And so we have some advice. Vishnu is saying, trust what's going on. Trust the bigger picture. Trust yourself is what they're saying. Trust yourself. You are this. So trust yourself. Trust your inner wisdom. Athena wants to come in. Again, to say trust. Trust your inner wisdom. You know what to do. Take appropriate action without delay, whatever that looks like, depending on what situation you're in. she's wanting to sort of accentuate the word appropriate. So you want to take appropriate action in a way that keeps you safe, keeps you and your children safe. Take appropriate action. The word retreat is coming up again. The word retreat from September, and also September extended, and also October extended. Retreat. It just keeps coming, you know. So she's saying, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom with this, and then trust is coming back again. So, you know, you are Dana kind of thing. So trust what you get. Trust what you get, and he wants to come back too. This is divinely guided. This whole situation is like a soul contract, divinely guided by you, you know, with a contract between you, this person, and spirit to, you know, sort of as this incredible healer that you are in your training. So then Moses comes up to say, take charge of this situation. Trust what you get. Take appropriate action without delay, and taking charge of the situation. Taking charge. She wants to come back. Take charge of the situation with this person. Now this person, this card here, this came up in the last reading as well. This came up in September with the same kind of energy field to the reading, was the same and or similar. I mean, they're sort of offering you some perspectives of what's really going on in the bigger picture of things and things that you can do. So it's a bit of a different reading, but Spirit is appreciating the situation that you might be in if this resonates with you. This person, and in the September reading they spoke to you know, father, husband, brother, son, the male, the masculine, not divine masculine, but a masculine sort of energy that is not divine, that is it's the patriarch, it's the patriarchal dominance and control. And what they want to say in this reading, what they want to add to this, is that this does not necessarily have to be a, you know, a male person. It's a masculine, it's a patriarchal energy that can show up in women as well. So it could be that you're male Gemini dealing with a female cluster B. You know, let's just say it. Cluster B. So this is talking about the control, dominance, abusive kind of person. So this card is not necessarily representing men as much as it is the male patriarchal control and dominance. And so Moses and Dana are saying, take charge of the situation and trust the wisdom that you get in terms of what to do that will keep you safe. Artemis comes in to let you know that on a spiritual level, and he wants to come back, you are spiritually protected because it's divinely directed. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected because it is sort of your training, right? The world is definitely gonna need you as you heal from this yourself, and then heal others with this. And they're actually we'll see in a minute, but they're actually asking you to sort of step into this role of healing others sooner than later, just with how far you've come so far. You know, you've learned a lot already. So you, at the point where you are, you might be able to help others in similar situations, just with what you know so far. One of your guardian angels is coming up asking you to be assertive, and it comes right along with taking charge of the situation, taking action, trusting what actions to take. She's saying, be assertive for yourself. Kind of stand up for yourself, be assertive. And she's also saying that you're being guided with we will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding words. So tune into your clairaudience. Tune into your clairs with your higher sensitivities as we're ascending and whatnot. And if this is you and this is coming up for you to be this, that last so through the summer months, much of that may have been awakened so that your clairs might be a bit more fine-tuned to hear your guardian angels giving you advice, giving you steps that you can take, and then being assertive in the situation, taking charge of it. Taking charge of it. The next card that wants to go, and she kind of wants to go now, is the wedding card of all cards. And I thought, what a striking sort of contrast to what's, being talked about in here. When this card came out, it felt so in contrast to what you're experiencing. And Spirit said, look deeper, that there's a part of you that might still be trying to work out the situation because you married this person and because you are an integrity and a divine healer being. It's not so easy to walk away from a marriage. Not so easy to walk away when you're a dedicated, loving, healer type soul. It's not so easy to walk away. There's a sadness with this. The emotion that comes with this that I feel from you guys is a bit of sadness. That the marriage that you have is not what you expected. This is what you married. When you got married, this was your expectations. And that's not what you have. And there's a sadness with that. That cluster B can create a situation where you absolutely believe 100% this is what you're walking into. And that can change very quickly once you're married. And then for you, you continue to try to make it work. Now, this is a general reading. It won't apply to everyone, but if it resonates with you, this is what you believed you were stepping into, and it's not how it's turning out. And so he wants to come back to say, it's part of the education. Actually, it's part of the education is seeing that whole entire bigger picture all the way back from the time that you met this person. This is a microcosm of the macrocosm, he wants to say again. Microcosm of the macrocosm. So as we are ascending and creating sort of this new world, we're going into the matriarchy where everything's in balance and love and mutual respect and those sorts of things. When you look at the whole entire bigger picture of your relationship with this person, this absolutely would have been what you thought you were walking into, but it's not. That's not what it is. Yeah. So you're learning a lot. You're learning a whole lot. So there's a sadness with that. That's not what you thought you were getting. And it's difficult to leave. And yet, it's, in divine timing, in your timing, when you feel it's right, when you feel like you've just, completely had enough, when you feel like you're ready, it will be, they're saying retreat over and over. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Carefully. Retreat carefully. Very, very carefully. So, continue learning about this type of sort of personality so that when you do take appropriate action, while Spirit is keeping you safe, you want to, they've got your back, but you as the human want to take appropriate steps to keep you safe as well. As far as retreat, see, now you get this definitely yes from the unicorns. Definitely yes. It's a really good time to retreat. It feels like it feels like they're in the a loop of the part of the loop of their behavior pattern, of the other's behavior pattern. It feels like they're in that loop stage where they are not so nice. So that will help to make it easier for you to retreat. And the unicorns are saying, yes, retreat. Yes. Definitely definitely yes, it's okay. That you do not have what you thought you were getting. You don't have what you thought you were getting. All right, and then we have the white buffalo calf woman offering you some peace. They're offering you just some peace, just this blanket of peace. You know, it's very, very stressful. The situation feels, you know, it can be very stressful. There's sadness, there's drama, there's frustrations, there's, you know, a lot of intense emotions that come along with this. And so white buffalo calf woman is offering you guys some peace. They're also asking you, Divine Director and Dana also are coming in asking you to sort of, you know, in this next little section of the reading, here's some things that you can do while you're looking. Oops. Oh, now see. Okay, so if you pause the video and now you're back, the next part of the reading is asking you to, you know, maybe sort of turn it around a little bit. Turn it around a little bit in taking charge. Okay, so he wants to come back and say, in taking charge of yourself, trusting your own inner wisdom, that you are a healer, you are powerful, you're a high priestess. And yes, you have learned a lot from this situation. And so Mama Gaia is asking you to, you know, give some healing, to shift your focus from this person, which can be challenging. So you want to be deliberate about shifting your focus. And so they're giving you some other options now of things to focus on, other things to focus on. Mama Gaia is asking you for some healing. She's saying, hey, you know, you're an amazing healer. No matter what you're going through, you are this. She's saying, I could really use some healing. Please send some of your healing to me, is what she's saying. Focus on sending some healing to me. This is her speaking, I will appreciate it. I will appreciate it, is what she's saying. This person does not. Mama Gaia is saying, please send some healing my way. I need it, and I'll appreciate it. You also got the child card to send some healing to some children. Your inner child, but also they're saying that, you know, just sort of, this is you just, you know, healing some children. They could be your children. Maybe you have some children. This could be your inner child taking some time to heal your inner child. Some of that is called for, yes. But they're also saying, send some healing to children. So Mama Gaia wants to come back to say, yes, you know, the children of the earth. The children of the earth, send some healing out. The children need it, want it, and will appreciate it. Does that make sense? So they're asking you to shift your focus. Shift your focus from trying to make this work to sending your healing energy to where it is absolutely needed, requested, honored, appreciated. And he wants to come back. He's saying, yes, please, and thank you. The Divine Creator is saying, yes, please, and thank you. And the definitely yes wants to come back as well. Definitely yes. Spend some time using your healing, your huge loving heart, your healing abilities, all of your clairs, all of your healing. Yes, please, thank you. To take some time in September, October, into October, to send some of your healing and love energy to Mama Gaia and the children. They're also saying to be creative and allow curiosity to sort of guide you. So you might say, okay, well, I don't working with Mama Gaia, maybe that's not something you do every day. And so she's saying, well, just get curious and get creative. Get curious and creative about how you can help Mother Earth and the children. Get curious and creative about that. You know, curiosity is really good about everything. Curiosity can be, it's profound. It's such a wonderful state. And creative is another one. Curiosity, though, get curious about what wisdom comes in. Get curious about it. Curiosity kind of inspires us to ask, uh, better questions, right? Interesting questions, creative questions, like how can I do this? How would Mama Gaia like for me to, do some healing for her? What do the children need? Getting curious about that. They're wanting to stay with this. They're wanting to stay with this, getting curious and creative about how, using this state of curiosity and creativity as far as your healing abilities towards Mama Gaia. I can't hold all these. Towards Mama Gaia and the children as the healer that you are. Using curiosity and creativity to come up with ways that you can do this. This will give your mind, your heart, your soul something positive and healing to do that's in line with who you are, where it's appreciated, honored, needed, and appreciated. And this is where some prosperity is for you. This is where you're wanted. Definitely yes wants to come back. This is where you can just sort of, with that word retreat just keeps coming back, but just sort of retreating from the drama of everything. Trust your own self. You are the healer. Healing where it's needed and appreciated. And he's going, yep, then we can get some prosperity and abundance in your life. A bit more balance, balance from the drama, challenges, sadness, frustration, all those lower energies. Getting creative and curious about how you can really help where it's really needed to make the world a better place. Does that make sense? And prosperity is waiting for you there. Pouring abundance out to you. Be open to receiving it. Be open to receiving the abundance. Yes, and Mama Gaia is saying, yes, thank you. Thank you.